Hello, hello. Uh, good, good evening. It's 6 o'clock, and good morning and good afternoon when you watch this video. Today, I was home all day, and I was doing the same thing, reviewing my resume, talking to some people for some career advices, and I was doing something today. So went to the gym right after a long time. Very positive, right? Today in the evening, as you can see me, usually I don't make videos this time, but today I don't have a class got cancelled because there is on campus there was multiple shootings. There was like share cases and shootings on campus, so they put the shelter in place. And because I live on campus, luckily I live on campus, so I was not in a lockdown. So I was still home because it takes me like 15 minutes to walk home. So when they put the lockdown, I was still here, and they canceled all the classes. So it's Thursday. We're still in January, and the year is 2026, and today is pretty much January 15. So we are still going on there. Today, okay, I said today I mark 1 year in Washington DC. Okay, so today I mark 1 year in Washington DC. It's my 1 year anniversary, and I'm going to be making actually I forgot that's something interesting. I'm going to make a very long comment about it tomorrow. I can give all my views of what I've seen, what I've learned in DC, and then just give my own thoughts. Other than that, let's dig into what I was supposed to say today. Okay, today I didn't have anything to share, but a few seconds ago, I connected with one of the professor. This is his name. His name is Nicholas Moerman. He is a professor at Winthrop University in South Carolina. He shared something very important that I think I need to mention here. I need to talk about it. It's a paper that just came out, and I think it's a very interesting paper. Okay. In his post, he says, economics educators, academic advisors, college administrators, and current students, you may be interested in my most recent article, Job Market Outcomes for Undergraduate Economics Majors, published in Eastern Economic Journal. Okay, and I explore wages, occupations, and employment for economics majors, focusing on those with only a bachelor's degree. We find that it still pays to major in economics, in econ, with econ students earning more on average, even compared to other businesses or social sciences majors, without working more. We suggest this premium operates primarily through degree rather than increased work hours or occupational choice, indicating it's what you know, not where you go. If you're interested in, please find the link below. So I just sent him the link, and he accepted my link. So there hasn't been a lot of research behind the economic majors, but so just the when you go to the labor market statistics, it turns out that the labor people majoring in economics actually earning more money over time. Now I don't know about that. I haven't got a job yet, but it's just that it's about what you know, or about what you study. Okay. But it says that economics majors, they don't have to work more. And from my understanding, every time I talk to people and they tell me, what people who major in economics, they are doing amazing jobs. They're working a very high paying job, and it kind of makes sense. It can make sense because economics, shift in any direction, but once you're in that direction, you can focus on that. You can see my videos that tend to focus more on like banking, it could be foreign investments, foreign direct investments, right? It could be something, right? Anything you major into becomes a main focus. All right, so I'm gonna read the paper. This is the paper, so I'm gonna go on an overview, right? And then give an access. Okay, I do paper reviews, so I can give. I'm not gonna read the whole. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna read a little bit of it. Then there are gonna be some terms that are gonna be confusing if you're not an econ person, but I'll explain what those terms means. Okay, so the paper was using 2014-2023 American Community Surveys data on over 4 million individuals. 4 million people in the United States have degrees in economics. That's a very large number. These people are aged between 25 and 65 across all 50 states. So yeah, when I came to DC, a lot of folks who've been working in the government for a long time, the diplomats, those who got laid off, they were all econ majors. All of them, econ majors. You can see how smart they are, how very, I know how happy they are. I've never seen the happiest people on the planet like econ people. People who major in economics, they are so smart. They are so happy about what they do. I just don't understand why. I guess economics gives you like an understanding of everything, so you don't have to be stressed out. We estimate the marginal effects of having 3 separate bachelor's economics degrees: general, agriculture, and business, on wages and weeks worked per year. Okay, so they looked at how many weeks they work per year and the general. Okay, so agriculture came along. Now this paper is from one of the universities. Okay, let's go. So here goes. This is the results. This is the finding. We find a positive and statistically significant effects of having an economic degree on earnings, controlling for a large number of socioeconomic, individual, and state level covariates. So they found a statistically positive. They found that having a degree in economics actually improves, like gives you a higher pay, so you are more likely to get paid more money, regardless, controlling all the variables, socioeconomic. So you can be from a poor family, right? You can be an immigrant, you can be an American, whatever background you can be. Usually the other degrees, I'm not going to point out specific degrees, but there's some degrees that you can get. Let me be more specific here. So like before I did economics, I was majoring in computer science, right? But if you have a computer science degree, unless you come from India, it's really hard to get a job. If you are black like me, it's really hard to get a job. It's very difficult. Finance, very difficult if you have a degree that is not economics. But when you have economics degree, the color shifts away. People don't see the color. People see specific qualifications. People see the knowledge you have. People will ask you like, what do you want to do? And because economics is so vague, you don't actually, they cannot stereotype you. You can stereotype a computer science major, you can stereotype an engineer, you can stereotype a doctor, you cannot stereotype an econ person. If you ask me, what are you doing a master's degree in economics? Okay, what? Or international development, or finance, or real estate, or retail, or technology, or AI, or research, right? It can be anything. It's so vague, it's so combined into multiple things, right? So I found that to be very, very interesting that they found a positive, statistically significant positive, and this makes sense because hey, Trump is an econ person and is a president, and he's fixing the economy. And guess who is fighting with? He's fighting with Jerome, who is not even an econ person. He's a political science person. All right. The evidence is most robust for general non-business and non-agricultural economics measures. We found little evidence that measuring in economics strongly affects the number of weeks worked per year, or that occupational choice drives increased earnings, suggesting the set estimated premium is driven primarily through wages rather than quantity supplied of labor or occupation type. Okay, so the wages, the number of the outcome is not the outcome on earning is not driven by the amount of people. Like for instance, when the shortages of workers in a specific field, right? Like computer science, for example, like people who do engineering, computer engineering, right? When the number of people in that field increases, the wages goes down. But when the number of those people decreases, wages goes up. But there's a demand. They found that in economics, the econ people, they don't actually have the, like, no matter how many people out there with the economics degree, does not affect the wages. Wages still go up, right? You still get a raise, and that's because you can be an econ major, become an engineer. You can be an econ major and work in, investment banking. All right, those are like our field. My rice is cooking, right? So that's all I wanted to share today. I don't want to go. The paper is too big. You can look it up. It's called job market outcomes for undergraduate economics majors. Okay. Now I'm doing a master's degree. Master's degree is by default. You make more money by default. There's no research about it. You can choose to do something else. You can choose to do non-profit, but you still make a lot of money if you are a graduate student or master's students. So that's all I want to share today. And again, happy anniversary for me, and I'm excited to be in Washington DC for the whole year marking. Okay, and today I guess begins a new chapter. A chapter of exploring DC and a chapter of living here for the next few years or so. I hope things will go positive. I hope that for the next few years or so, things will be better. And also today marks the day that Trump was supposed to be inaugurated. But before that, there was Trump meeting, whatever. They're supposed to meet and have like a party, chat, drinking, right? So I remember all that. And at the time, it was very, very snowing here. Everything was brand new. Everything was looking crazy. I was navigating uncertainty. A person that I've never been to. Very political. Tensions were high. So I'll share all that tomorrow. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share. And let me go back and look up my calendar, how it was back in 2025 when I moved here on January 15. And March, February 2015. Yeah, it was on January 15. And this was on Wednesday, and actually I moved here on January 8th. That's when I stepped in DC. Okay, that's when I stepped in DC, and the curfew is lifted at the Catholic in DC, and so I moved there like a week, like last week. So I was on the 8th, then on 15. So when I started my first job. So when I started working, it was on 15. Yeah, this was a very interesting time, but again I'll share tomorrow what I have learned over this year under Donald Trump and the Republican rule under the American getting laid off, under all the pressure, what I've heard, what I've seen. I'll give my positive outlook. Okay, other than that, thanks for watching. Like always, I will see you tomorrow as I'll be giving a very detailed answer of what I've learned here in Washington DC. Bye bye, ciao ciao, adios.